Hey, so today we're going to do a review on the Discraft Nuke in 3 different plastics and also the Lite Nuke OS. The reason I'm doing this, I've been throwing Blizzard bosses for the last year as my max distance driver, but as my arm speed's starting to go up, I'm finding them a bit less controllable, especially in the wind, and I'm primarily a Discraft guy, so figured I'd give the Nuke a try. But when I was sort of shopping around, there was a lot of different plastics. There weren't a lot of reviews out there that really looked into which plastic would be better. So I just bought a whole stack, and we'll go from there. So I've got Big Z. This is one of the green ones, sort of like AB. Those guys are throwing on tour. I've got CryZtal, Ledgestone, ESP Paige Pierce, and then, like I said, I've got a Lite Nuke OS, which I've been bagging and really like this disc. Just going to throw them all, see how they fly. Hope you enjoy. Right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw them all on hyzer. We've got about 300, maybe a little bit more, 310 foot straight hyzer hole. Basket's just behind the trees on the left. Got a little bit of a left to right tailwind, which isn't really ideal for this. So we're going to start off with the Big Z, put them all on a bit of hyzer, see how we do. Yeah, good little pushing hyzer there. Over to the ESP, I don't really see them flying all that different in this wind on a hyzer, to be honest. Oh, that came out fast. That one really didn't get any flip up compared to the Big Z there. That just went straight left. Got the CryZtal now. I love the look and feel of this one. Yeah, nice flight on that one. Nuke OS. Right, we'll go see what those ended up. All right, not all that easy to see, but basket's just down there, T's back there, so the Big Z and the CryZtal and the Lite, which is just back there, all ended up about 25, 30 feet long of the basket, and the ESP is just down there parked, which came out early. Definitely seemed to be the most overstable there on the highs. All right, the next hole we're going to do is definitely more of a simple backhand hole, but around 280 feet is a pretty perfect distance for my forehand. So I'm going to try to go for the much tighter left gap here with the forehand. The basket's just behind the middle tree. I'm going to go for the left gap. Forehand's a bit inconsistent, so I'll be happy if I get any of these through the gap, to be honest. I'm going to try to throw them on just a touch of hyzer, see how they hold up. Got a left to right wind as well. Starting with the Big Z. A little bit too much hyzer. Held the hyzer line nicely though. Okay, ESP next. Get a little bit more height on this one. Wow, that one's overstable. I definitely threw it on hyzer, but that one just really wants to go get to the ground. Okay, CryZtal now. Again, this one feels lovely and grippy, backhand or forehand. Oh, I turned that over. Okay, I think that was more me than the disc, but Lite Nuke OS. Nice. Came out really quick, but really, I like that disc a lot. The reason I've been bagging it is it's really overstable, but it's so fast, it just seems to get to where you need it to go. Whereas other overstable discs tend to just fade out and hit the ground. Whereas that one, I can really sort of hold it on an anhyzer or hold it flat or get it to really push on a hyzer, just because of how fast it moves. So yeah, really good disc that. Right, next hole, around 400 feet, we've got the basket just along the tree line on the left down there. So idea is going to be to try to throw it out pretty straight, pretty flat, hopefully get a little bit of turn, but we've got basically a straight tailwind here at probably 10 miles an hour, so unlikely that any of these are going to get a lot of turn, but we're going to see sort of how long they hold straight for, see which ones are understable enough to get sort of good distance on them. Go Big Z first. A little bit high, going to fade out before getting the distance, but push straight for a really long time there. That was nice. Right, ESP now. Aiming for the same spot. Oh, that's just gone. That disc gets no push on it for me whatsoever. Second it comes out my hand, it's coming out and going left. All right, the CryZtal now. Oh, got some turn on that. I don't know if I threw it on an anhyzer, but that got a lot of turn. It did fight out at the end, but all right. Lite Nuke OS. Nice. See how that disc just wants to go left straight away, but by the time it goes left, it's already covered some distance. We'll go see where those are gone. Honestly, I'm pretty shocked here. This hole's right around my max distance. And we've got the Lite Nuke OS here right around sort of 6 feet. Right around sort of 15 feet here. And then up there, we got the Big Z, which is basically parked. We've got short par 4 here, looking to get a bit of a turnover on these, so going to try some anhyzer. But we've got straight headwind, maybe slight right to left, so it's going to be a tricky wind to get them to hold it without burning over. So we'll see how they hold up. Going to try to start it down the middle, put it on an anhyzer and get some turn. Big Z first. Lovely sweeping turn there. Don't think it's going to fight out at all. No, hold wind, just that headwind just held it over there, wouldn't let it come out, but still a very nice shape. Right, ESP now. From what we've seen so far, it's going to be unlikely that this is going to want to turn for very long, even in the headwind. Oh, lovely turn there. That's probably going to fight out perfectly. Oh, that's great. I think it really took some stability to fly out of there, looking at the first one though, so. Right. Now a CryZtal. This one's been the biggest surprise so far. I was expecting it to be a lot more overstable. See how it holds up. Yeah, that's turning and burning, even with the height I gave it. Right, the Lite Nuke OS. Not really a shot I've ever thrown this on, so we'll see how it holds up. Nice turn, but it's not held it very long. It's going to fight out and go left.
Okay there, so in conclusion, we had 4 nukes, all with, I would say, very differing flights. The Big Z, which I really liked, seems to get a nice amount of turn when thrown flat, a good distance on a pushing hyzer, and yeah, I wouldn't really say it's gonna hold up on an anhyzer in a headwind, but flat in a headwind it's gonna fly well. The ESP, that was super overstable. The ESP and the max weight ESP and the Z Lite Nuke OS sort of hanging around the same stability there, but me personally, I'm going to go with the Z Lite and the Nuke OS just because you can get so much more distance out of it even with that overstability. Like, to me it's a bit of a cheat code, because finding an overstable driver that still goes a long way is a tough thing for somebody with a slower arm speed. So that's the one I'm going to be bagging for that. And then the real surprise, that CryZtal, which was the flippiest. I don't know if some of that's down to it being the most grippy of the plastics, but that one really wanted to turn on me. Might, once I've thrown it a few times, it's got a bit beaten in, be a good sort of max distance driver. So those two, the Big Z and the CryZtal, are certainly going to be fighting out for a place in my bag as my max distance driver. And then that Nuke OS, the Z Lite Nuke OS for long pushing hyzers. Hope that's helpful for you. Obviously run to run these are going to differ a little bit, but if you're out shopping for nukes and Nuke OSs, I hope you find this helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.